Welcome back to another hiking adventure. Today we're again at Bear Mountain Park, somewhere on the other side from the previous trip, but it doesn't matter. Today what I want to talk about is happiness. What does happiness mean to me and possibly you? And the way I want to talk about it is by talking about physical media that we have to deal with. And the way I want to define my happiness is through physical media like hard drive, CDs or DVDs, or more specifically through lack of it. Now I know I'm going to be talking about dealing with physical media here. I just want to say it's not about how we deal with the media at the place where I work. This is happening in every company, every place I work that I had these problems, and I heard from other people talking about all the same issues. Sure, we get lots of data now on FTP or delivered electronically, but there's still plenty of hard drives and thumb drives make it into the office. For something that's very large, a lot of people don't have bandwidth to just FTP like 200 gigs. They prefer to put it on a hard drive. And if you have a law firm sending data of some user, they may prefer to put it on like a small thumb drive and send it over and not worry about all the FTP and electronic stuff that they don't understand. And now in addition to that, we're also start having a lot more phones, right? Now the phones is not something we hold on to for a long time, but it's something that is a physical media and stays in the office for a certain period of time. So that's another thing that we have to deal with. So not everything is electronic, unfortunately. So what's the problem with physical media? Well, eventually something gets misplaced. And yes, I know everyone's got policies. They got safe lockers, safes, procedures where things should go, maybe separate teams of people who handle the media, but something does eventually gets misplaced. There's gonna be that guy walking around their office going, has anyone seen hard drive label so-and-so? Anyone? Did anyone have it plugged in? Was the copying finished? Do you know where it was? Was it put away? Did we send it back to the client? Does anyone know? I get a lot of hate for this, but whenever in my department I see physical media laying around, like I see a hard drive, I always go, whose hard drive is this? Who dropped it off? Is it still being in use? And if I see a hard drive plugged into a computer for too long and I don't see the light blink, and I go, is the copying done? Who brought it over? Did project manager brought it over? I go to project manager. Are you finished copying? Oh yeah, we're finished. Let me get you your hard drive back. And I grab the hard drive and bring it back and return it back to the project manager. And if one of my teammates is working with a hard drive, I always check up on them, make sure like as soon as you're done, disconnect and return it. Lock it away, put it away, do whatever has to be done with the hard drives so it is not in my area. And my teammates usually like, oh, all right, I'll deal with it. So they go to the hard drive, unplug it, remove it, return it or lock it away. But then later, when someone's walking around looking for it, that's when they thank me for me having had them return it and put it away. And what gives me pleasure is when people who are looking for physical media walk around their office, they come into my room and they go, has anyone seen hard drive so-and-so? And we're all just like, take a look, there is nothing around. There's not a single hard drive, there's not a single thumb drive laying around. There's no point of looking in this room. So they just go away and they look somewhere else. And what I really love is when they stop mid-sentence, they go, has anyone seen hard drive labels? You guys wouldn't have it. And they just walk out. Those are the little things that give me pleasure. So what's my practical advice? What do I usually do with physical media? Well, first of all, if a person comes in with a hard drive and asks you to copy the data over or asks you to plug it in somewhere so they could copy data over, whenever you're done with that hard drive or they're done, unplug it and return it back to the person right away. And if you're the person in charge of the hard drive, return it to the client. Whenever you're finished working with it, whenever you get data off, return it to the client. Or if you're storing that media in some kind of safe or a closet, put it in there, label it, and send an email to the team saying, hard drive finished, it's been filed away under so-and-so on this shelf. And if you're done using your hard drive or hard drive could be wiped for some reason, then go ahead and wipe it and put it in a stock of blank media. This way no one comes back looking for it. Once someone says it can be wiped, it gets wiped and done. So that is my little secret to happiness, is not having physical media. Also check out the view, look at this. That's Hudson River, that's a Bear Mountain Park bridge. You got like Highway Palisades Parkway over there, amazing view. Anyway, I'm gonna start hiking down. If you got any tips for happiness at the workplace, be sure to list them below. Yeah, talk to you later.